Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Star Maker Bowling Show. In a state of grief, state of mourning, one of the greatest baseball players, if not the greatest baseball player to ever live, Pete Rose, has gone on to his final reward and not in the Hall of Fame.
I was not expecting it, to say the least. I even wrote Jerry Lawler, and I ain't bullshitting what I posted in here in the comments. I didn't know that you'd put that meme up. And when I clicked the show to put in a few comments in here, and we're going to get a special challenge made a little later tonight when we actually get a few people in here to see who wants to help us with it. But I teared up because there was nobody, and fuck the gambling shit. I mean, fuck, that's all we do now is promote gambling in this country.
Yeah, the official gambling sites of Major League Baseball. That's not.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to make him a criminal, which I guess if you play the game and you bet against your team.
Oh, absolutely.
That's certainly one thing. But
if that had been the case, I would say ban him.
But you might not believe this, but someone made a point once. I forget who it was. One of the famous sports reporters, and I actually agreed with him to a degree, even though it was negative towards Pete Rose. Is that, well, no, you say he didn't bet against the Reds, but every night he didn't bet on the Reds, he was betting against the Reds, because if he thought they were going to win, he bet on them. Right. And of course, all these accusations came as a manager.
Right.
And even though I saw some people today on CNN and Morning Joe trying to claim, well, he probably bet in the game he broke 41.92 at. Well, that's.
Did he bet that he was going to break the record? Sure.
You can't throw that shit out there if you ain't got. It's like with Trump and JD Vance, the cats and dogs. Don't be throwing shit out there unless you got 100% fucking proof. I can make accusations about any other podcaster, any shit on here, and I can go with the Dave Chappelle. Well, there's a lot of people saying it, and in some cases that's the case. But unless someone's done something wrong, for sure, don't be throwing that shit out there on the fucking day he dies.
Sure.
I just thought that was a crock of shit. And not just because I like him, I'd say that against anybody.
Right. And I will say this. People will say that even if he was betting on his team to win or did best, it may have affected his managerial decisions. Like,
obviously,
I'm going to take my pitcher out early because or
I'm going to leave my pitcher in longer because I got to win this game.
Right.
I was watching a game today where they took a pitcher out in the 6th inning. I think the Kansas City game, and they took the pitcher out in the 6th inning. He had only thrown 80 pitches and had given up 5 hits and no runs.
Right.
And I go, what the fuck?
Well, they wanted
you're gonna have to earn the reason to come and yank my ass out. I mean, I could have saw him. You could tell in the dugout he was upset. Billy Sellers in there saying, Stephen Fowler. Do we have this set up on members only? Because I don't think I did that.
We'll go fix that if you hadn't.
I mean, we can have it members. Well, let's make it subscribers because we have a big challenge going out. Maybe, who knows? There'll be some people out there. George Captor contacted me today, and he is wanting to make a nice donation, but he said, I'm going to do it under one condition. He said, I'm going to make a very nice donation. He says, but I'm challenging the room. And he says, and I don't care if you donate, Bob donates, Coltrane. I said, we can throw that out. And God, I don't think Coltrane's even going to be here tonight, is he?
No, he is.
He's got family in town.
Parents.
Yeah. Parents. He's now just recycling excuses. He won't even just bother to come up with something like my.
Well, he didn't.
My gerbil ran away.
They're leaving today.
They're leaving
tomorrow.
Haven't they been there for like 9 months? I thought they moved in and took over the mortgage.
Feel like 9 months, right?
Yeah, I thought they moved. Yeah. A day with your in-laws or parents in some cases can seem like 9 months. I'll give some money on Thursday. Yeah, Billy, you had mentioned that you were going to do that for us. I appreciate that. Billy, as a matter of fact, I will even count your pledge if we get close to the challenge that George Captor is going to make a little later. I'll even count your pledge because you wrote me and said you were going to make a nice pledge, and sorry about what Stevie Nicks did to you. And
do we want to go into that story, Kenny?
Well, I don't know. We're probably going to save that for Thursday because we're only going to have to be here. I mean, the debate starts at 8-ish, and I don't want to go very long over that because if you want to watch baseball playoffs, I want people to have the opportunity to do that. Baltimore, which I did not realize, has just lost their 9th consecutive playoff game. That doesn't seem possible for a team as good as Baltimore has been the last 2 or 3 years.
Rangers swept them last year.
Damn, they did, didn't they? Yeah, they have lost 9 straight playoff games, counting today. What was it, 1-0 today?
I didn't see the scores.
Yeah, 1-0. So yeah, but Billy has said he's going to make a nice donation, and we appreciate that. George Captor is going to make a nice challenge, and I'm going to try to give Bob a little motivation because forever Bob has been waiting for me to send him a Pete Rose bat. I thought Pete Rose was going to live for the next.
Yeah, now that bat actually might mean something.
Bat's got a little more value to it now. So, and I'm still going to send the bat in good faith. But what I'm also going to do, and George has given me an idea at what he's looking to donate tonight. If the room will match it, he says, I'll match it up to a certain amount. And he says, and normally they restrict me and Bob and Coltrane from donating because they don't want us jacking up the numbers to get their money. They want the room to do it. But what I'm going to do for Bob, for whatever
really, let's not tell the story tonight. We're going to save it for Thursday.
Yeah, we're going to say, we're going to save it for Thursday, Billy. And hell, I might even bring you in here to have you help tell the story if you'd like. I don't think we've ever had Billy Sellers on the show, but who better to tell the story than the man it happened to, involving that low-life, low-down crook, Stevie Nicks, or a reasonable facsimile. So we're going to save that for Thursday, Billy. Don't post anything in here anymore about Stevie Nicks or what happened to you. But if you want to come on Thursday, and if you got a good internet signal, that should be a sellout, Bob.
Learn to work, Billy.
Yeah, for the Billy. No, it's okay. Well, no, you can come on if you want. I mean, you like calling me. Come on in here. Be live. Be insured.
The world see.
Be insured. But no, so you're welcome to come on if you want. If not, we'll tell the story. We have limited time tonight due to the debate, and for those that want to watch playoff baseball, the Mets have been God. That doubleheader yesterday, and I've been around. Me and Bob both been around a long time. We've never seen a bonus doubleheader the day after the season, have we? I know I never have.
No, I've seen
the one-game playoffs.
And
I've seen makeup games that are necessary.
I've never had a makeup doubleheader.
But a makeup doubleheader?
And it was necessary to play both games.
Yeah, because they weren't going to play it if it weren't necessary. They were just going to wipe both those games, and a lot of stats were going to go off the schedule. And the poor Diamondbacks. Maybe Coltrane's in mourning tonight.
Well, maybe my Rangers and the Diamondbacks, both World Series teams from last year, are out.
God damn, that is. I forgot about that.
So someone said that Pete Rose actually had bet on Atlanta in the first game, and that's what took him out.
Yeah, that might have been the last straw. That's about when it happened. So, but no, I got to meet Pete Rose. I don't recall the year. I'm sure if someone looked up when Pete Rose was on the sports, the Paul Horning Sports Showcase show, it was probably it would have had to have been, because I remember the apartment I lived in. It had to be between 92, 93, or most likely 94. I don't think it would have went as late as 95, but it's possible because 95 is when I moved into out of that apartment and moved into Piccadilly Apartments. I moved into that apartment sometime in 92, possibly early 93. But it's whenever Pete Rose appeared on this Paul Horning Sports Showcase, and they actually put me on the show because I wanted to talk to him about the Bud Harrelson fight of the New York Mets. Pete Rose Jr. was there that night. Hey, Ken, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. Well, Bogart, you don't have a badge. You don't have a membership. And I don't recall any donations. And that's kind of what it takes to get a phone call. You have to average $100 in donations per month, which we have a few people in here that do, including Billy Sellers. And you don't have a membership. So, Humphrey, and if you wrote me, I have not seen your message. And why would I call you if you're not donating and if you don't have a membership? What's the premium membership, Bob? About $20.
The Super Bolin plus.
Yeah, so you obviously have none of those, and you've already gotten more attention than I should have given you because you haven't done any of the requirements to get that attention. So, Bogart, you now know what to do. If you're for real and if you're trolling, then
Kenny,
congratulations.
I got a money-making opportunity for you.
I got a money-making opportunity. There's a few of them that have that. So, but
I'm going to increase your engagement on YouTube.
Exactly. They want to increase my engagements. So, we will look up and find out when that exact date was. But Pete was very nice to me that night. He let me videotape him signing 2 action figures for me and my son that also had Johnny Bench on it. And I did not know at that time there was heat between him and Bench. But he signed it anyway. And then he met me in the parking lot after the show and thanked me for the question and for participating on the show. And the people asked me if I was in the business yet. Well, technically, I'd started working for Goulas in late '87, but I was back in Louisville and had done some work with Smoky Mountain Wrestling. November
14th, 1996.
Oh, is that when 96? Maybe he came back again because I thought I moved out of that apartment in 95. Because I just had to walk across the street to go see Pete Rose. I didn't even drive.
I'm looking at a transcript of someone who's watching an old show.
Well, I never liked my girlfriend's dog, so goodbye. How long was the delay on this show? How many weeks?
7 weeks.
So they've been waiting 7 weeks to be my girlfriend's dog. Bogart. I think that was Lena's dog from many moons ago.
Could be, well. Maybe.
Well, Bogart, I don't even think you're alive anymore.
You're dead.
Yeah, and you're dead here too. So there you go, Bogart.
You're dead to us.
Yep, dead to us. It was a nice try, Bogart. You stupid fucking people. The mental illness that must be running rampant in the people that watch podcast world. So you're saying November of 96. Yeah, I was out of that apartment by then. I moved to Piccadilly. I thought I moved out of there in 95.
Let me scroll through this thing here. Yeah, so now do you think that they will put those in the Hall of Fame now? And they were like just waiting to punish him.
Have there been any other dead controversial baseball players that got in after they died?
Shoeless Joe is the only other one that.
Did he get in?
No, he's still out of the Hall of Fame.
I think if Shoeless Joe ain't in, I think these dickheads will not want to put Pete in just so they don't look like they're just catering to the death. And even though I think he should be, I mean, he owns not only that, most games played, most singles. It was most games played, most singles, all-time hit record. He had like 3 or 4 records,
right?
That only he's going to have. Most games played, yeah, most games played. Most singles, most hits, and it seems like there was one other record he's got, and all the experts have said ain't nobody going to break it. No one's going to break those records because no one plays long enough. He played 25 fucking years. No one's playing 25 years.
Well, I mean, to get 4,200 hits, think about this. You'd have to average 200 hits a year.
He averaged
21 years.
He averaged 196 hits over 25 years.
Yeah, so you'd have to play.
No human can do that anymore.
Yeah, they just don't. They there's too much money involved, right? They don't have they don't play every day. Most players don't.
Mm-hmm. No, most of them don't.
To rest them, right? I mean,
most of them don't.
The Cal Ripken record will never be broken. I cannot imagine Pete Rose record ever be broken. Cy Young's career wins record will never be broken.
Yeah,
those kind of things.
Back to back no hitters. Actually, there were a couple of pitchers that teased that a time or two, but the Johnny Vandermeer of the Reds threw back to back no hitters.
Right.
One of them going extra innings. So that would be a hard thing to break. Believe it or not, we have no donations as of yet. George Captor has wrote me. He says, if the room, including you, Bob, and Coltrane, if the room can come up with these donations, I will match every dollar up to $450. And he come into a sum of money. He sold something recently. and I think he just got paid on it either yesterday or today. And he told me when it came in, he wanted to do something nice for the show. He says, but I don't want to be the only one. And he says, so yeah, the only way we get the money is that he will match everything that comes in tonight, including from me, Bob, and Coltrane, up to $450. So number one, that would be a monster fucking help. As Bob will confess, even though I haven't had any payroll money coming in, we're still helping as many people as we can. Pay Maya has been a tremendous help to us because myself, Bob, Coltrane's wife, Michigan Mike, and Edge Copeland, and seems like there might have been one other that have all set up Pay Maya accounts. So when we send a Filipino $20, if you have a Pay My account, the first time you send money, they don't get 20 or 1,000 pesos.
If you use the reference code.
If you use the reference code, which if you write my inbox, I'm happy to send you that reference code. And you do have to use that or they don't get the bonus. So you set up a Pay My account, and please write my inbox either on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, or Facebook, however you can get a hold of me, or my email. I mean, the email's right there. You can write me there. And send some. Okay, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. And so any of you all that really want to help, you can make a $20 donation. And if you don't have the 20, I'll fucking send it. We'll give you the 20, especially what George is talking about doing for us tonight. I'll send you the $20 if you don't have 20. And then instead of 1,000 pesos, the Filipino family gets 2,400 or maybe even 2,600 in some cases, depending what the peso is worth. I noticed we did this yesterday, and the girl got 2,600 pesos instead of 1,000. So we're only telling them they're getting 1,000, and then they get surprised with the extra money. And it's really been a huge help. Now, one girl, Jasmine, who we've been helping with her college and transportation and dorm fees and just various things to keep her in college because she's about to graduate and become a school teacher next June. We like to reward people that are working hard and trying to better their lives. She's one of the ones we like to help. We love helping Honey Rose, who is in college, Cheska, who is in college, who is going back to Manila today. We send her money to help her out. I like to send money on cash. I know you do. We're aware of that. We appreciate it. And Armando has sent $5. And so there's something towards the cause. Let me see. I think we only have one donation so far, and I think that's from Dan Limley. And Dan Limley has sent $15. So we have raised a total of $20 to go towards the possible $450 match out of George Captor. George has been very busy lately. He's dealt with some tragedy in his own family and involving his brother. And so he's had a rough go of it lately, plus a tremendous work schedule on top of it. But he said he was going to try to drop in here tonight and watch for a little bit, but he might also be doing work as well. So to help motivate Bob for whatever he can do, or he can make a pledge, whatever Bob wants to do. And Bob doesn't even know I'm going to do this yet. I'm still going to send him the Pete Rose bat, even though I would think the value went up some yesterday. And because they ain't going to make any more. There aren't going to be any more autographed Pete Rose bat. And a lot of people like myself, who I've got 2 of them, and I need to thank Pesci for that, because I think Pesci got me both of them. Now that I think about it.
Pesci.
Yeah, and that was nice of Pesci to do that. So one of them I'm keeping the black Pete Rose bat. And then the other one is autographed Pete Rose Hit King. I've shown it on here many times. It's in the trunk of my car right now. Because Bob, I finally found the box that I can ship you the bat in. It's in the kitchen. It's a FedEx box. I'm just going to relabel it.
I couldn't find a big enough bat one, so I cut the bat in half.
You cut the bat, yeah. So the bat's now in 2 pieces. So you can now sell the bat handle that Pete once held, and then the head of the bat, which probably had a ball or two. And or probably not. And but no, I found a box to ship the bat in. And Bob doesn't know I'm going to do this yet, but as y'all know, we've been trying to get, because this is out of John Cena Sr.'s suggestion. He said he's been selling those autographed pictures that he had of the artwork that Tony Atlas did, that's autographed by not only Tony Atlas but John Cena. And I think what was it? He said he was only going to sell like 15 or 20 of them. And he sent me 3 of them. 2 of them we sold. And we have 1 left. And he said, man, sell that last one for $450. He says that's and that's what he said he was getting at the shows. So one fan bought the picture for $450, posed for a picture of it with John Cena Sr., handed it back to him, and said, "Hey, man, it was just a pleasure to get the picture and to do this. Sell it to someone else." And he sold it to somebody else that night for $450, but they didn't give it. So one night he made $900 off that picture of, and he donates his money to charity as well. And, but he made $900 off that one picture. So he said, "We'll try and get $450 out of it." Well, we've shown it on here. Bob, do we still have the picture that we can show? I mean, if somebody wants to come in here and make an offer, that's fine. But yeah, there it is. And you know what? If somebody made a healthy ass donation, I will also include an autographed John Cena picture to go with the John Cena book, because the book is not autographed. I wish he had done that, but he didn't. But if someone wants to get the book separately, I'll include an autographed John Cena picture with it. They can make an offer. You don't get the iPhone. I've had that for about 7 years now. And but there it is, an autograph by Tony Atlas down at the bottom. He's the artist of that picture, which is amazing. It's called dot art, I think.
Yeah, he basically does. Instead of drawing it out, everything
I was a decent artist, and Jerry Lawler's a great artist, but I back in my day, and then I just lost interest in it when I was young. Discovered women in sports, and just quit drawing. I wish I'd have stayed on it. Apparently, there's some money to be made, but that is an amazing picture. So I got one left. So what I'm going to do, being as no one else has offered, unless someone comes in here tonight with some serious cash and would like to get it, and or the book and an autographed picture, Bob, not only will I send you the Pete Rose bat with some hesitancy, I will roll that that picture up, because I know you said you'd like to have it as well, but you wanted us to see if we could sell it on the show. I'm going to roll that sumbitch up, and I'm going to put it in. I am going to make a copy for myself. I'm going to send you that one, but I'd like to have at least a replica of it. So I'm going to make a copy for myself. I will send you that one with the Pete Rose bat, with the Cody Rhodes autograph that I owe you, because that went with the book you got. You made a donation to get Dusty's book.
Right.
So now that I've got a box to ship all that in, I can roll that around the bat. So let's see how the show does tonight, and then we'll see what we need to make. But if that, and like I said, Bob, if you need to make a pledge down the road for that, you're good for it. I ain't worried about it. Because I don't know what, I know you helped Jelly Bean quite a bit, and whatever else you got going on in your life. But if no one, and I don't expect it's going to happen because we've been waiting and it ain't happened. But you would get the Pete Rose bat, the John Cena, Tony Atlas autograph picture, the Cody Rhodes picture. I'm sure I can muster up another John Cena autograph picture around here somewhere. And if there's anything, and that Memphis art picture that you wanted, I've still got that. I still got that, and I've already made a copy for myself. You know, as long as I got a copy of it, I'm fine. But I'll make sure you get all that. But let's see how the show does tonight, and then we'll go with what we need. And like I said, if you need to make a pledge like Billy's doing on Thursday, that's fine too. So there we go, guys. And so we have spent about 30 minutes of our show just kind of laying the groundwork for what we're looking to do. And let's see. So now the Pete wrote, and I wrote Jerry Lawler, and can you see if Lawler's Facebook page is working? Because I tried to write him on Facebook and it wouldn't let me. And I forgot, I've been bashing Trump like a bitch lately. And Lawler gets all my feeds on Facebook. And he might have seen all he could take. Because I've been posting anybody that will vote for a convicted rapist and a convicted felon and a charity fraudster, a tax fraudster, a university fraudster is not my kind of people. There's Rebecca Algier Adcock in here. She's wrote me recently. She said she would have come over and walked my dogs out of known. And as y'all knew, I built up a $260 dog walking bill, which I paid $60 of, but they let me defer that, and they're going to let me pay it later. And electric bill I'm working on, hopefully October the 10th, they'll give me a bit of an extension, and then I'm eligible for some help for being a senior citizen on disability, which we get that help 4 times a year, but I'm not eligible again for it until October the 10th. So I'm just being open with you guys, letting y'all know what's going on, what's not going on, and all that good shit. So we are trying to raise, and I know it's a lot of money, but if we all do a little bit and what we can, George said he will match everything that comes in here up to $450, but he's only going to match what comes in. And so there we go. That's what we're looking at. So far we have $20. So we got a long way to go. I don't know. And Billy has made a pledge. We'll see if that pledge is needed towards the totals. And
I think Jerry's blocked you. Actually, I don't see his page at all. I see a Jerry Lawler page with his picture, but it's definitely a fake account.
Oh, that's the fake account? Maybe he did away with his Facebook page. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me look. Let me do some more Googling while I'm here.
Yeah. So I tried to write him on Facebook and it wouldn't let me send it. And it says this page is not available. So I thought maybe he got fed up with my Trump post and just blocked me on Facebook. But I wrote him on Twitter. Now he hadn't seen it, but I'm not blocked on Twitter. So I didn't know. But yeah, there are some fake Lawler accounts out there, but I've had his real one for quite some time.
Jerry the King Lawler. This is the official page of Jerry the King Lawler that hasn't been updated since 2020.
Oh my, really?
So it has 31,000 followers, but it hasn't been updated since 2020.
Yeah, but that's not the one I write. It's not the one I write. And you've seen, I think I've screenshotted you messages from him before. And we have chatted, not chatted, but since his stroke, he mainly communicates with emojis.
Right.
And I see when he sing messages. So God, I don't really have a way to send you what that page looks like anymore.
That's
maybe it is gone because he's certainly, because there is an official Jerry Lawler page and I don't write him on that one. I wrote him on his personal account, which he still to this day updates on recently. Yeah. So unless something, maybe it got hacked, maybe he did away with it for whatever reason.
Let's just see what's on KingJerryLawler.com.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But
so far we've only made $20. So oh well.
Well, you know, it's sad that we could have a lot of chance to raise some money here, but
yeah, Becky, if you'd have came to that Evansville show, yeah, he was doing better last I saw, and he even made an appearance at I think a Memphis football game recently. George Captor, $20. Yeah, well, 20 is what we've made so far. I mean, we're going to be here at least another half an hour, maybe a little bit longer. George, we're trying to motivate people, buddy. Good to see you in here. And
George,
I've told him that you have stated that you will match up to 400, but you're only going to match what comes in the room.
Well, there's Jerry Lawler's Instagram page.
I've communicated with a little bit on Instagram, but not much because I've only got like 1,200 followers on Instagram myself because I never do anything over there. Let's see. And of course, Bill's been in and out of the hospital quite a bit too. No, Lawler's had a grand total of what, 3 or 4 strokes now?
At least.
Yeah, he had a stroke at the doctor's office recently.
Yeah, at least 3 or 4.
Thank God he was there. For those of you that believe in such a thing. I need Bill had one. What did Bill technically have a stroke?
Bill Dundee?
Yeah. I don't remember hearing about it.
Not.
He's been in and out of the hospital, but Rex Luthor would be the one to know that, and he never told me anything about that. Can people donate? Well, Billy, we're trying. Billy has made a nice pledge for Thursday, and we were hoping we wouldn't need his pledge because we were hoping that people would try to help us out here. Looks like we have another donation coming in. Michael Ryder with a $25. Even though you don't like Beverly Hills Cop 4, I didn't think it measured up to 1 or 2. So Michael Ryder, who also now on top of what he did, I need to mention what some of our people did. Edge Copeland set up one of those Pay My accounts. And I told him, I said, I'll send you the $20 if you will send it to this particular customer. And instead of getting $20, they're going to get 45. And instead of 1,000 pesos, they're going to get a minimum of 2,400. So I send this to one of the people. And well, Coltrane was the first one that did it. And I sent him the 20. And then his wife did it. And she said, no, keep the 20, help somebody else. And remember, every time somebody sets up one of these accounts, I get $25 to send the Filipinos too. I can't pocket it. It goes to the next Filipino. It won't. And for those of you that set up these accounts, you'll see you can't keep the money.
Yeah.
You got to send it to somebody.
You have to send it.
So it's not like each one of you are sending me $25. I wish, but the money goes. So what I found out the hard way is that 2 of you set up Pay My accounts. I got $50 thinking I could send 25 to one person and 25 to another. Well, no, but Jasmine benefited because Jasmine was the next one to get help with her dorm cost, which was 600 pesos a month. That's not even $12. And she needed transportation money, food money, and book money. 2 of the books that she needed to become a school teacher were about 1,500 pesos. So she really benefited because she thought she was getting 1,000 pesos. And I think she ended up getting 4,200. She got $70. And I think it worked out to be very close to 4,200 pesos. George, write me again on Facebook. I tried to look because I was going to be more than happy to send you the receipts of the people that were helping. And I know you trust us by now, or you wouldn't have done what you pledged to do today. But I can't find you on Facebook. So I don't know if you did away with your Facebook account or whatever. But if you can write me on Facebook, I will. I'll send you more later this week. Gene Simmons is going to send me. Oh, man. Come on, Michael. Michigan. Billy's in here, man. Don't be doing But I do have to yell at Billy.
My phone is ringing. Wait. Hello, Paul McCartney?
Oh, wow. McCartney, of all people.
What a time to call.
I answer the phone. Dua Lipa. Dua has responded to me on Twitter. At least that's something. Because I said I was engaged to her. I'm sorry I donated to the hurricane. You donated to the hurricane people. Well, what the hell? They got
the Red Cross.
Yeah, the fucking Red Cross just pocketed 80% of that money. I know because people have donated to me through the Red Cross, and we didn't get any of the money. They thought we were, but we didn't. Red Cross burned us. Yeah, what a smart ass, Bill. I agree with you, Billy. That was a cold-hearted shot by Michigan Mike. But let me put over what Michigan Mike did. So Michigan Mike sets up the account, and I'm going to send him the $20 for helping out. I think it was Jasmine, and then Michigan Mike says no, keep the money. And then when I noticed the transaction, he didn't send her 20, he sent her 40 on top of the $25 bonus. So she got 40, so she got $65. So that was a huge help to her. So Michigan Mike did that. And then Edge Copeland, who I thought for sure would have me send him the 20, he says, no, keep the money. He's the one that made the bet on me on the Cincinnati game. Remember? He said he was going to donate $50 if Cincinnati beat the Panthers. God damn, that's the confidence in the Panthers. And he said if they beat him by 14 or more, he'd do 75. Well, Cincinnati won by 10. Cincinnati laid down thinking I could possibly make $25 in a charitable way. So they laid down on me. Billy did recognize that Michigan Mike was being, but then again, Michigan Mike, apparently Gene Simmons is only going to send a tiny fraction of the money that Billy Sellers was getting from Lindsey Buckingham, not Lindsey, but Stevie Nicks,
Nikki Haley.
But this is where I've got a problem. Billy Sellers writes me on here and he says, Kenny, I got a big check coming in. And I'm gonna donate $200. I was going, God damn, maybe he's getting $500, maybe he's getting $1,000, and he's gonna donate, 30%, a good 20%, 50%. I don't know what he's doing, but God damn, it's awful nice to Billy. So I had my crack staff look into. So Billy thought he was getting a $75,000 check, which he got. He got one. More on that Thursday. So Billy thinks he's getting a $75,000 check. Billy agreed to send me 200 of it for the people of need. So my crack staff looked into this, and the percentage came back at 0.26% of the $75,000. So maybe karma got a hold of Billy Sellers. I don't know.
Whopping 0.26%.
0.26. He said, but Kenny, I would eventually send more. I guess he just wanted the check to clear. So instead of feeling sorry for Billy, I ended up yelling at him and going, what? 0.26% of 75? You're going to send me 200 out of 70? Well, ain't you a sweetheart? Well, I would have sent more. Well, I don't know that.
We had to just make sure it went through first.
I guess you got to make sure it goes through. So,
Right.
But fortunately, there's somewhat of a happy ending. What am I serious about?
I think because you denigrated her helping the hurricane people.
Yeah. Oh, am I? No, I didn't. No, that's not what she's upset about. She's upset that Red Cross keeps the fucking much of the money. No, they do.
They do keep a lot of the money.
Bob knows that.
Percentages, but
and I never got anything. When our house burnt down back in like 1980, I was working at Kroger at the time. Our house burnt down, I think, in 1980. And all these people were coming up to me and my mom on the street saying, hey, man, we donated to Red Cross. We donated $50, $100, $200, doing everything we can to help you guys. And we never got. So Red Cross says, well, no, that goes to the Red Cross fund. And then we determine who gets the money. I said, but they told you they wanted us to get the money. Now, I understand if you have to take 5% or 10% or whatever it is. But you all kept all the fucking money and decided to send it to someone else, even
according to the official fact checking.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see this.
Now,
remember, this was 1980 when this happened to us.
That could be. Red Cross spends 90% of every dollar on humanitarian care. They do have a 10% overhead.
Yeah.
That's from CharityWatch.org.
I have heard other numbers, especially back in the 80s, and like I said, we didn't get a nickel of what.
Maybe they got better over after you exposed them.
Yeah, after you get I exposed their fucking ass. All right, I have a cashier's check. I'd like to cash it. It's for 250 big ones dollars. A quote from what movie? God damn it, he's got me on that one. What do you got, Bob? I have a cashier's check. I'd like to cash it. It's for 250 biggins. $250. A quote from what movie? Anybody? Anybody?
Star Wars episode 6.
And this is one of the young ladies that we helped recently that was a benefit of the Pay Maya account. Helped her get a good amount of food for her kids. She's got 3 kids. She's a single mom, got a brand new kid. The boyfriend / husband, I think it was husband, bailed on her. Catch Me If You Can. You know what? I think I've seen that movie. Who stars in that, Bob? Catch Me If You Can. Because I think I've seen that.
Is Catch Me If You Can is
seems like somebody I like in that movie.
I want to say
but
it's Matt Damon, I don't know if that's right.
Rose Nicole was one
DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo's in that one. Sure. Now who had the check? Who had the check? Oh, Steve Martin, the jerk. Okay, well, that's that. Now, I've seen the jerk 100 times, and I remember my scene from the jerk is when Steve Martin came out in his robe. Steve Martin
gets the phone book,
and he's all happy. He's got the new phone book. Yeah. So when Steve goes out in his robe, he has a little dog and a big dog, and he realizes his ass has been exposed. So he put and his robe has come loose. So to cover up his private areas, he put the little dog over his ass and the big dog over his penis. And Johnny Carson called him out on it. He says, Steve, I noticed that the little dog went on your butt. And then the big dog, he says, well, I had to cover the appropriate areas with what I had to work with. So he was telling everybody that his penis was way bigger than his ass.
So that big dog will hunt.
In the jerk. So that would have been one of my guesses, because that sounds like something Steve Martin would have said. But I saw Catch Me If You Can, and I did not recall that line being in it. So is Tom Hanks and DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can?
Yes.
I didn't remember Hanks being in it, but if Hanks is in it, I normally like it. And still to this day, what's the war movie Hanks was in? Saving Private Ryan. Mm-hmm. Still one of my favorite.
Saving Private Ryan.
When he for the check from the guy when he fixed his glasses. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we're doing anybody. So Michael Ryder, not only let's see, Becky Adcock has donated $10, even though she's having a bit of a tough time. Her car, I think, got stolen recently and wrecked.
What?
Yeah, something like that. She reported her car stolen, and they wrecked it, and the police fucked with her. Uncle Buck is a funny movie. So yeah, but I don't even think she can get her car back because she reported it stolen and insurance isn't wanting to cover anything. It's just some weird shit. So Becky's dealing with her own shit, but she did donate $10. So counting the Michigan Mike money, what are we up to?
We've got $20, $30, $55.
55. Well, that's a long way from 450, isn't it? Sure is.
It's more than 10% of the way there.
Let's see here. Let's see who this is. We have not been friends for 7 years, David. Have not spoken a word. David Cole wrote me and wanted to know if me and Hornet were still friends. That would be nah, mama, nah. Janine J9E. She is in need for help with medications. She is in the hospital right now. She needs some medication help. And I told her we would do everything we could tonight to help. If there's anybody out there that can set up a PayMaya account, we can really help her out. Instead of sending her 1,000 pesos, we can send her 2,400 because I'm sure the kid needs food. She's got some bad family shit that goes on at home, and any extra we could send her would be great. She would be one of the ones I would like to get that extra $25. So if anybody out there will write my inbox, you have to be in America. Filipinos can't do it because, boy, we could make a shitload of money helping Filipino families if Filipinos could sign up for a PayMaya account. But you have to have a United States phone number in order to set up a PayMaya account. And then you just use a debit card to make your payment with. And many of us have done it. It's about as clean and safe as you can get. I have sent out several transactions through PayMaya because I keep getting several $25 bonuses from those of you that have set up a PayMaya account. So Janine, J9E or whatever we call her, Janine is the name. She's in need of medications, and I told her we would do everything we could to help her today. And so if there's anybody out there that has not set up a PayMaya account yet, maybe even George might be able to do one for us. And then we send the kid $20 and then she will get $45. So instead of 1,000 pesos, she gets 2,400. And that's good money in the Philippines. That in many cases, that's a half month's pay for what some of these people in the provinces make. It's hard to find a Filipino that's making over 5,000 or 6,000 pesos.
Yeah, now in the Manila, it's a little different.
Manila's a little different. David says he's sorry. I'm sorry. I was listening to his older episodes of his podcast on Patreon recently and enjoyed this. Oh, of course, I'm on Patreon. And I loved your, William.
Still making money for him.
Yeah, we were pretty good together, and I'm glad to see he's still making money off my appearances. Oh, yeah, I'm a dirty word over there, but we'll make some money off from him if we can and not send him any of it. Okay, a correction here. Way to ruin a good story. I know it was not stolen. I reported it stolen. Okay, well, that could be part of the problem. No, it was stolen. I reported it stolen. They caught the guy in Indiana, which I do remember that part. He invaded. I'm going to say he evaded the police. I don't think he invaded them.
Invaded the police.
Yeah, I'm going to say he didn't invade them because that could get ugly for reckless driving. He told them he was out test driving the car. I remember that story. And he was arrested that night, but he got off. Jesus. That's good old Indiana police for you. That's a good $10 story if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what is UB's home? What's George trying to tell me there? And I want you to know I want Uncle Buck. I want you to know that George Captor is a classy and dignified man. I'm going to tell you why. Because knowing he was about to try and make a nice donation for our show to help us with our families, he, after taking a ribbon from me, I sent him the posted final score of the. See my Ravens version of my shirt. Let me back. I got the yellow going, and I got the purple. That is the Baltimore Ravens version of my logo of my shirt. Got a little yellow. See the back sleeves got yellow. A lot of yellow going on, and that's the purple and yellow of the Baltimore Ravens. So I sent him the final score and gave him some shit. And but yeah, not only do we have the Pete Rose death to worry about, the death of the Miami Dolphins, because we got that backup quarterback of the Ravens, Huntley. Now we need a wide receiver named Brinkley. We can get the Huntley-Brinkley report, and any of y'all over 55 might know what I'm talking about. Might even be pushing that limit. You might have to be even a little bit older to know the Huntley-Brinkley report. Yeah, fuck the police.
55, you probably know.
Yeah, 55's in the ballpark. The Huntley-Brinkley report. And so, the Dolphins don't look like they're capable of winning a game without Tua. And I almost really wish Tua would just quit because he has been so injury prone. I think this is his 4th concussion. And Adam Copeland, I meant to mention earlier. Adam did a Pay My account for me. I was going to send him the $20. He says, no, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm thinking that Adam is going to send $20 to this. And I can't remember if it was Jasmine or who got it. Might have been Jasmine.
I think you're right, Adam.
And I think Jimmy would be better co-host than Bob.
I agree.
Oh, God. So,
in fact, why don't you get him on the line, Adam, and tell him that he should join us?
Yeah. We'll
send him a link and
you're buddies with him. Jimmy Snuka, Jimmy Valiant. Who are you talking about? Jimmy Hart? Yeah, Jimmy Hart would be a good co-host.
Jimmy Hart would be a good
I could shut him up with that fucking megaphone. Yeah, that's
Jimmy C. No, probably not so much.
Yeah, probably not so much. They're still making money off me over there. Those little bastards. I didn't even know they had a Patreon account. Oh well, all in the sake of making money. We'll use Bolin's name if we can make some money off from him. Let's see. Not only did Edge Copeland, he'll give me a number. I will.
Hell, give me a number. I'll work my magic. 8675309.
8675309. Ask for Jenny instead of Jimmy, and you should get a pickup.
Jimmy, you know what? That might be a funny parody song.
That might be.
Jimmy, I got your number. Can you?
You know what? Show? It's amazing how close his number is to 8765309.
Can you book my show?
245.
Jimmy, don't lose your number.
Yeah, exactly. So Adam was nice enough that not only did he refuse to have me send him $20 to send to Jasmine, he made the donation and he sent, and I saw the transaction. He added $50 to the $25 bonus. So Jasmine got $75, and it was really a tremendous help for her.
That's probably like an entire year's supply of salary for her. So she
Jimmy
wants to replace me with Jimmy Valiant.
There you go. Well, good old goddamn
mercy.
Woo, mercy, Daddy. I just flew into Louisville, and boy, my arm's tired. So there you go. A combination of Jimmy Valiant and Foghorn Leghorn. There's J9E. Hi, Daddy. We're working, honey. We're working. We're trying to get somebody to set up a Pay My account. Maybe Rebecca will do it because I could send Rebecca the money.
Everybody called it.
Yeah, everybody called the number when that song. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I don't know that I did because I knew Jenny wasn't there. I wasn't a mark. I knew Jenny wasn't going to answer the phone, or they wouldn't have put it all over the goddamn radio and bathroom.
Can you imagine though if you had that number?
Oh, you didn't want that number.
Well, but maybe today, you run a business and you're like, hey, know a number
867-530. Yeah, everybody would know the number, wouldn't they? Let's see here. Ruby needs $1,500. $1,500. Good luck. I think that was the original request.
Yeah.
She needs about 1,500 pesos worth of help for they're raising. I misunderstood. I thought she needed 10,000 pesos. It's the class.
The whole class needs 10,000.
Yeah, and about 1,500 would bail her out. You told me to get you that information.
That's a little different than.
It's a little different, yeah, because the original request looked like she needed 10,000. As well, don't we all? So do I. That's nice if you can get it. Yeah. J9E says she's watching our show. Well, I know that because I just saw your comment. And let's see, they just came from the field trip. Okay, Janessa letting me know about the kids going on the field trip.
Should the WWE push Jey Uso? I believe he's over.
I don't think they need to push him much more. I mean, he's about as over as anybody over there right now.
Well, I tell you what, the videos of the kids going nuts when he won last week that went viral for just the.
Yeah, he's as over as anybody they've got on the full-time roster right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who else it would be that would be more over. Not even Sami Zayn these days.
Nope.
And Roman, we don't know what schedule he's going to want to work, if any. And the donations have staggered.
Yeah, I don't know even that Roman is over in that way.
It's a different kind of over. Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of over. But yeah, the last donation we got was Michigan Mike, and Rebecca donated 10, 25 from Michigan Mike, 15 from Lemley. And that is
5 in here from Armando.
And 5. So yeah. So we're a little low. We're a little low. So Adam Copeland, you're in here tonight. We had the $50 bet on the Bengal game. Now, do I forfeit that because of the 50 that you sent?
Whoever,
Jasmine, I think it was Jasmine got it. Yes. And or are we good for another 50 from you? And hey, I'm not pushing you. If things are tight, you did do the 50, and I will forfeit the $50 bet. But if you can do a little extra, we'd like that. So give me. All right, that's good. That's fair enough. Well, let's put that as a $50 pledge then for next week.
All right.
Let's put that towards the pledge numbers. And Billy Sellers, I think he said he's good for at least 100 on Thursday. So
I thought he said it was good for 200.
Well, he did, but Stevie Nicks fucked him, and not in a good way.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of like what Gene Simmons did to Michigan Mike. It hadn't happened to Michigan Mike yet, but I got news for Michigan Mike. That check ain't coming. That check is not coming. No, that's very kind of you, Adam. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, we'll put that towards the pledge of trying to round up some cash here. Billy says he's going to do at least 100 on Thursday, so we appreciate that. And I might surprise you, Kenny. All right, I'm all up for good surprises. I was hoping we'd do a little better tonight. I thought with what we got on the line here that we would have more people stepping up tonight, but we appreciate those of you that have so far, and there's about 35 of you at least watching the show. I guess it's time to kill Facebook. We've been on an hour.
Sorry, Rose Nicole. Sorry, Janine. Sorry.
Facebook. And J9E, we're going to do everything we can to help you, sweetie. I've got your information. But what I want somebody to do is to set up another Pay My account. I'd like to get 1 or 2 of those set up. I will donate on the 10th. Also, if we get a $50 after I donate my part, I will donate another. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. All right. So Adam says if we can get even another 50 in here tonight, he will donate another 50. So that's good. That's good. Also, if we get another $50, okay, good enough. All right, I appreciate that. No, I think he means he's going to do that next week.
Right, on the 10th.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so when he makes his $50 donation next week, if we get another 50 in here, he'll donate another 50. I got you. Good enough. On the 10th. The 10th is a special day for me. That's when I find out if I'm going to get some electric assistance or not.
We'll be broadcasting in the dark.
Yeah, it might be a little dim over here, broadcasting from the cell phone. Rose Nicole said thanks to those that have stepped up and helped these families. WWE is selling Dirty Dom toilet paper. Well,
they are at $12 a roll. So
we'll give Trump a crack at that one. I'm sure JD Vance toilet paper might be coming out tonight. Wouldn't shock me any at all.
It's like tomorrow, if this is a bad performance for Vance, tomorrow Trump will go, I don't know, JD Vance. I barely met the man. I don't.
What my checking account is
minus $284.71 right now. I didn't have that money to send you. I just figured once the check comes, I will make that bank whole.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Oh shit! All righty.
We won't know till after the 10th, Billy, because he may get some assistance at that point.
Yeah, we're working on it. I mean,
So
I'm pretty sure I'm going to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some. I just a TC from the NC with $10 over on the Venmo.
Thank you, TC.
So TC from the NC, and of course Rebecca sent $10 over to Venmo as well. $25 from Michigan Mike over to PayPal. Limley with 15 over to PayPal, and George Capter is just waiting to see what total he's going to send tonight to a maximum of $450. What do you say, Bob? 15 more minutes, and then everybody can get to.
We'll go because the debate's starting right now, right?
It should be starting right about now, and
so we'll go a few more minutes. Just because.
And I'm recording it so I can back it up and see anything I missed. And I'm looking forward to seeing the post-debate shows to see who's claiming victory and what a stomp it was. Vegas is betting on Walz to win it, even though Dickless, who will lie about anything openly, including cats and dogs and various other things, and women's rights and the rights they do and don't have, and he doesn't want them to have. And it seems like every week another stunning video recording comes out of him of something stupid he has said that now he's trying to backpack on. Did you see that they're projecting? They got a projector projecting something positive about Tim Walz on Trump Tower. Did you see that?
It's not enough.
Adam Cover $2 to mute Bob until the end of the show. Yeah, you can need a little more than that.
Show's over. Good night, everyone.
Gonna need more than that. So eating or whatever. There you go. All right. As for those of you that don't know, Adam doesn't live real far from me. I can't remember if he actually lives in Shelbyville, Carroll County, Madison, Indiana, not Wisconsin. I think he's out in Shelby County somewhere. And we're going to try to get him to join me out at Two Rivers here one day soon so he can meet my racist shitbag brother, big Trump supporter motherfucker. He still thinks Trump's going to win. I said, well, okay. All right. There's some shit people in this world. And he's as a matter of fact, there's now 700 registered Republicans that have worked with or for Trump in the Trump administration or during his administration. 700 of them have come, over 700 have come out and said that they're backing Kamala Harris. That's got to tell you. Trimble County. Oh, well, I was close. It was one of those counties. I knew it was one of them. I'm like 10 minutes.
I'm really surprised Pence hasn't just come out and said, screw it.
Well, Pence ain't got no fucking backbone. They basically ordered the man's death, and he won't come out along with these countless other people, including another former VP who apparently Democrats hated with a passion. Oh, there's meow meow. Oh, meow meow. Oh,
by the way, happy birthday today, Jimmy Carter, 100 years old.
Yeah, 100 years old today. Is he the first president to make it past 100?
Yes, he is the oldest.
I was just guessing, but I didn't know of any others that made it past 100.
Nope, the oldest.
So pretty cool. So congratulations. He's been in hospice care for quite some time.
Yeah, I thought, after Rosalind passed away.
I didn't think he'd go much longer. I really did not. I think Meow Meow come back in to get some cottage cheese. That's she's been outside all day because I kept her in for about the last 3 or 4 days. Scaramucci's commercial was Scaramucci's got some pretty cool commercials. Well, he's a part of the head up of the Lincoln Project, and the Lincoln Project will burn your ass, and it's Republicans against Trump is what it is. And Scaramucci still a very devout Republican, but he's voting for Kamala Harris. 700 other Republicans, including countless fucking generals and sergeants that have said they're voting for Kamala, several governors. And how about him claiming that this is the other shitbag move? And it's really pissed off a lot of people on CNN. And of course, who is the black congressman? God, I can't think of his name right now, but he's always blowing Trump with a passion. I think he might be from Florida or South Carolina. But he's a black congressman that's always on CNN and always blowing Trump and claims that Trump never said that he wanted to basically issue martial law for either a day or an hour to rough up anybody who robs a drugstore. He says we're just going to let the police do whatever they want for an hour. Basically, he's ordering the purge. One rally, he said, give him a full day. Another rally, he said, give him an hour. Culbertson or whatever his name is kept saying, no, he never said that. And then Abby Phillips said, play the tape. And they play it. And there he said, well, that's not what he meant. Well, how do you know what the fuck he meant? You know, he didn't mean to get
well,
Mike.
You know, he's joking. Anytime he says something really stupid, they come out and go, well, he's just joking. No, he's not.
The Louisville Garden Girls, is that what we call them now? The Louisville Garden Girls are going to dinner Tuesday night. Do you want to give you a call and I'll let you know when it will be? Yeah. I don't know that I can make it. I'm still not really getting in and out that much. Who are all the Louisville Garden Girls? I guess the Mud Girls won't be there. Sandy.
I dated half of them, Kenny.
No, I dated all of them. Me and Becky dated. She just didn't know it at the time. I stole her from about 9 other different wrestlers, and she didn't know. To tell you how popular Rebecca Algier Adcock was back in the day, she was the Farrah Fawcett of the Louisville Gardens when Farrah Fawcett was a huge fucking deal. And her hair was kind of the style of Farrah Fawcett's. And she was Lisa Mudd was my little girlfriend. But then again, I'd look at Becky going, man, I wonder if I could have that. So,
trade.
I can say that now that I haven't heard from Lisa in a long time. Scares me the thought of Trump winning. Well, it scares a lot of, including a lot of fucking. Here's why I don't think there's a chance in hell of it doing. There's no way he's any more popular now than he was. I don't think there's any way in hell we have more racists in this country than we had before. Baby boomers are dying off. There's at least 2 million baby boomers that have died since he got voted in the first time. I think I heard the numbers even dramatically higher than that. It might be 2 million have died over the last 4 years, which seems to be
week, depending on the way things.
Well, yeah, the way shit's been going. So,
R.I.P. Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh,
John
yeah,
Amos.
Yeah, Dikembe. Only 52. I knew somebody 52 died recently, and it was Dikembe Mutombo. No. You don't bring that shit in here. Don't bring that shit in here. And I loved Dikembe Mutombo. I thought he was cool as hell, and I never dreamed he was 52. And then we got Pete dying at 83. We got John Amos, not John Stamos. Don't everybody lose your fucking minds. John Stamos, to my knowledge, is still with us. But John Amos was his name. Am I correct on that? Mm-hmm. And he was so good. He was so good. Chris Christopherson, yeah. And he was 88, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he was 88. And well, guys. All right. Bob.
Well, thank you to Dan Limley. Thank you to
we got 5 minutes.
Michael Ryder. Thank you to Becky Algiers Adcock. Thank you to Adam Copeland. Thank you to TC from the NC.
TC from the NC.
Thank you to Adam Copeland. Thank you to Armando Morales. In the future, thank you to Billy Sellers.
Yeah, Billy.
George, got off easy. Oh, by the way, I'm going to make a pledge between now and the end of the year to donate $450. So you owe us all of it, George.
Between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well,
and how about I give that much to Jelly Bean?
I mean, that's striking distance. I think you should.
Into this year.
I think you should. I think you should suspend Jelly Bean for 2 months to see if she can make it. I mean, she is church protected right now.
She is right now, although her baby still isn't. But parents probably hold the baby hostage.
That's the risk we run when we have children that we don't want.
They sell her baby into slavery, so that Jared, you clean the house.
You didn't hear how I phrased that. That's the risk we run when we have children we do not want or need.
It's true.
Poor little Jaro the Explorer.
Bean, God,
poor little Jaro the Explorer.
That was Kenny saying that, not me. Oh, by the way, thank you, Jelly Bean. I will, after I got my hair colored, she said, I'm sorry to say this. You're so handsome. And I'm like,
I'd be sorry to say that. I'd be sorry. She shouldn't have said that.
I know that probably will make Kenny mad. But
kissing your ass like that, trying to steal my.
You're so handsome.
Well, I mean, I only have 7,000.
Oh, the debate starts.
It's not like it's not like I got plenty to share.
It's a ways off.
What we got? They have a countdown on the screen. Debates. What? In 48 minutes? I thought it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Is it a 9 o'clock start?
Looks like it. Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case,
we'll stick around for a few more minutes.
Yeah, we'll go another roughly 20 minutes. I didn't know that. I thought it started at 8. So a fucking 90-minute pregame show of the fucking debate. I thought 8 o'clock was early for a debate start.
So,
all right.
I have not watched the McMahon show yet.
I'm not even going to watch it because it doesn't expose the piece of shit for all the horrible shit he's done. He's mad because the crimes that were confessed to were confessed by him.
Right.
And he talked about some of the shit he did.
It's not like it brings up anything that hasn't already been talked about a lot before. Right. So, and basically, this is my understanding is that they will say, Vince, what do you think about this? And he'll go, blah, 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 blah. Then they'll go, Dave Meltzer, what do you think about this? And he'll go, the Japanese wrestling is better.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's the end of it, right?
I got 2 special things. I go, what 3? Yeah, I got 3. I forgot I got one over here. Hang on just a minute.
All right, Kenny is running off screen to go fetch something special. Something
now,
so special.
You won't be able to hear me as well because I got to move my microphone to the. Hi, Choco. I'll let you out in a minute. All right, you won't be able to hear me as well because I've got that. But this is my Pete Rose bat. Bob's is in the trunk. That's my Pete Rose bat.
Hey, Kenny, did you know they call him Charlie Hustle?
Yeah. I don't have my headphones on, but I can barely hear Bob. So that's my autograph.
That's okay. I'll let you do all that, and then you can come back on, and I'll ask the question again because.
All right. And I got a couple other things.
Highly important that you hear this question.
I've got an autographed Pete Rose baseball.
Look at that baseball. I've got an autographed baseball. But I have to step out for a second.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, this is good. Leave that up and I'll throw the bat again. 42.56, which was the actual, I don't know why that's not focusing any better than that. Here, let me try something. Let me see if I can reset the fucking focus on that goddamn thing. Motherfuck. Shit. I'm going to kick out and come back in, Bob. Because my focus is all out.
I don't know what's wrong with that focus. This is my Pete Rose autographed ball with a little stand, 4,256 career hits. Pete Rose autographed hit king there. An official Rawlings Major League Baseball. Most of my autographed balls are in stands like this.
Bob,
Kenny,
what do I do?
Put your hand up.
Hurry now.
Put your hand up in front of the camera and then pull it back, and that should reset the autofocus.
Did that help?
Yep.
Yeah or no?
Yes, it reset the autofocus.
Maybe my eyes are blurry.
Could be.
All right.
No, it was blurry, but you fixed it. So,
right.
So Kenny, did you know that they call Pete Rose Charlie Hustle?
No, I did not know that.
I just learned this from one of our fans.
If you give me full screen again, I'll show you an even more special ball I got.
All right, let's do this.
All right, there we go. Personalized.
There you go. A great fan.
A great fan, Pete Rose.
That means Pete was a great fan.
He wasn't
of yours.
He's a great fan of mine. A lot of people misinterpret how this was.
Yeah, he was. I'm a great fan.
I'm a great fan. He forgot I'm a. And so that's my 2 Pete Rose autographed. And let me show the bat again while I got full screen. And now Bob's is a traditional wooden bat that I'll be sending him. And there you go. So I'm very proud to have those, and especially on this sad day that we've lost Pete. And we can throw the meme up one more time. This one here's even got a damn sticker on it, which I don't think mine has.
You got the wrong side showing.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, it's the white side showing. That's the hologram there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's it's got a sticker on it. Now, my personalized ball does not have that.
Right.
It is a Rawlings Major League
certificate of authenticity.
That's what that is. So
so there we go. Pete Rose, 1949.
I got one other ball here. That is okay. Pete. I got another ball here.
All right.
And this is the ball that when I threw out the first pitch for the Louisville Bats and Sean Casey was the catcher, that is the ball that I threw out the first pitch. Well, I did it 3 times, but this is the one where Sean Casey was my catcher.
You'd think that they would mark those in some way, that it would say like ceremonial first pitch or something.
No, they just handed me the ball. I did it 3 times, but this is the only time they gave me the ball. I don't think I got the ball the other times. If I did, I don't remember.
That's probably because you hurt the catcher's hand when you.
I hummed it in there pretty good. Now this ball is special because Pesci sent me this. This was a foul ball by Joey Votto that went into it got stuck in the screen at the Cleveland game. It got stuck. And no, I take that back. When Pesci sent me this, it was that sports reporter. I can't think of his name right now. He was the guy that was a photographer for the Cleveland Indians.
Oh,
well, they got the ball out of the screen and pitched it down to him. And he sent me the ball because Joey Votto hit it. And he sent me a little container of Cleveland Indians dirt. And God, what is his name? He had the girl that used to be a Playboy bunny that used to watch the show all the time. They used to donate all the time, but I haven't seen
Scott Romer. No, it's not Scott.
Wasn't Scott? It was not Scott Romer because I said donate. Because I said donates all the time.
Yeah, we know that's not Scott. So,
what ball you got?
This is a can't barely see it here. This is a foul ball that I got at a Denver Zephyrs or Denver Bears game.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They're the Bears.
Great. They used to sell.
I always remembered them as the Zephyrs. When did they become the Bears?
Well, they were the Bears originally, and then they became the Zephyrs, I think, in 1984, 85, something like that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But they used to sell press box level seats, and I would get the press box level seats that was next to the visitors' broadcast booth. So I could hear the visiting team's radio broadcasts. And this ball rolled up the net, popped straight up, and I grabbed it. There we go. I caught a foul ball.
I now somewhere in his house, I have a Barry Bonds home run ball that I caught. It was around his 680s, give or take.
Right there where it was fouled off on Joe Rogan's name when he signed the official American Association ball.
Oh, okay. No, the home run ball I caught from Barry Bonds got me third row seats with Marge Schott when I lowered my shoulder and took the guy out to get the ball. I did not catch it on the fly. I heard Kenny's first pitch clocked at 98.9. I heard it was 101.3 is what I'd heard. But no, as a matter of fact, when I threw the pitch, I stood on the mound because they always encourage the celebrities to stand on the dirt in front of the mound. I said, no, I'm standing on the mound. Jack Black was with me, and I stood on the mound, left my coat on, and did the wind up in the pitch, and it came in there pretty good. I don't know if it was 98.9 or not. They didn't have the gun on me, but the ball skimmed the plate, and Sean Casey catches the ball maybe 2 inches off the plate, and I was strike. I called my own strike. Yeah. Casey comes out to the mound to bring me the ball, which is the ball I just had. And he says, in this league, that was a strike. So that was the quote from Sean Casey. And because he's used to major league pitching, and he says, Kenny, in this league, that was a strike. Don't, because I was going to call it a strike if it had been 15 feet outside. It wasn't going to matter. But it was over the plate.
Over his head.
And I didn't get any warm-up pitches or anything. So that was the night that I cut a promo on Dave Miley, who used to manage the Bats, who had then managed the Reds, and with that night was managing the Columbus Clippers. And I labeled him the manager of the evil empire. And I said, I'm about to do something that nobody on his pitching staff can do. I'm getting ready to stand up on this mound and throw a strike. And then that's when I called it a strike anyway. And then after the game, they said Miley come over to talk to me and Mike Coffey, who was at the game with me. And so Mike is all impressed that the former Cincinnati Reds manager is coming to see me after the game, because I'm sitting on the visitors' dugout over where his team was. And he comes over and he says, what the hell were you doing to me? I thought we were friends. I said, well, we were, but you now manage this team. I said, I had to turn on you. I said, you know what this business is, because me and John Cena, Mark Henry, who's going to be a guest here, we're hoping October the 11th. We might have to do it the 10th without Bob's special thing he's going to do, but we're going to try to do something special on the 11th. If Mark's schedule were permitted. If not, we'll have Mark on here October the 10th. But me, Mark Henry, John Cena, and the Big Show were celebrity caterers. Enrico, we were celebrity caterers, and we would bring the people's food to their private box. And you just should have shown, because they kind of knew who Cena was, and they kind of knew who I was due to local television. And Cena had done some appearances in WWE. But Mark Henry and Big Show, they knew real well because they had been all over fucking WWE TV. So now you've got the Big Show and Mark Henry bringing you your food in these private booths. And so our local celebrity got us a little bit of recognition, but boy, when Big Show and Mark Henry came in, the shit was on, so to say. So that was a pretty cool time to get to do that stuff. And night, Becky, you're conking out early, sweetie. It's 8:30. Age catches up to some of us. And but yeah, Becky was the Farrah Fawcett of the Louisville Gardens. So I got to find out who all the Louisville Gardens girls are. Hell, I might get lucky that night, Bob. Just throw on one of my old wardrobes from the 70s and about anything I got in the closet.
It's a funny story that you said that. A couple, 3 years ago, I bought lottery tickets on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I came home and my mom was 79 years old at the time. She says, well, I hope you get lucky on your birthday. I'm like, Mom.
Good old mom.
Here's the bad news is neither one of those worked out the way I wanted it to.
Just neither one, huh? Somebody just posted a picture of a person I've met a few times. It was always real nice. Hector Guerrero. It's Hector Guerrero's birthday today, apparently.
Happy birthday, Hector.
And Eddie Guerrero worked with us in OVW a few times.
Oh, no.
Eddie was always so nice to us and never asked for special treatment when he came down here. He just said, no, I don't get a special locker room. I don't get special seats. I'm one of the guys. Well, I guess a lot of people left to either go watch baseball or the debate. We lost about half the room. And no one else has donated, Bob. I was trying to whittle down your total there, but so $450 between now and the end of the year. Well, that's something.
Well, no, $450 minus however much we make.
Oh, that ain't right. Come on. What the fuck? God damn it. I mean, Pete's dead, for crying out loud. Quit trying to de-evaluate the death of Pete Rose.
I'm sorry, Pete.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave now.
And the Miami Dolphins. The death of the Miami Dolphins. That ought to be worth something.
Yes. So I'll repeat this. I didn't mean this to be like an attack on Kenny. I just thought it was really interesting. The Dolphins won their one game by kicking a field goal as time ran out.
Time expired.
Well, time expired, which means that this season.
Yeah, we should make it where those don't count.
Right.
Once the clock expires,
if
the ball has not gone through,
if it doesn't count. It's not already past the.
That would kill buzzer beaters out the ass, though, wouldn't it? Buzzer beaters in basketball would.
So, because of that, their one game that they won, they actually finally took the lead when time expired. So this season, the Miami Dolphins have not led a game
during regulation,
single second of the entire season.
Man, that sucks.
That's screwed beyond screwed.
Yeah. Oh, and until the fourth quarter the other night, we had not scored in 10 quarters with 3 different quarterbacks. 4 if you count Tua.
I mean, Tua, it just shows you how much he means to that team.
Well, it does, because we got 5 of the greatest weapons you could ever have between Achane and Waddle and who's our other wide receiver? Tyreek Hill. And there's another running back there that's pretty good. A couple of good tight ends.
You could just flip the ball back to them.
Yeah, I mean, you would think I could quarterback the Dolphins if I could stand long enough between huddles.
That's right. You got to bring out a chair.
Weapon out there somewhere. I can go. What's that? Yeah, if you back the quarterback
in a little chair out there and sitting in the
all right, now you all can't rush for 36 seconds. After that, y'all
got to count 10 Mississippi before you can start.
Bolin just got his chair tipped over. That's a foul. My poor helmet coming off every play. It'd be rough. All right. Well, Bob, I guess we've done all we can do, man. Well, we tried, goddammit. We tried.
We did.
Selfish bunch. No Jazzy Jana tonight. No John Paul the Great.
No Coltrane. That's it. I think that's what happened when Coltrane doesn't show up.
The Coltrane. What were real quickly, because we got about 3 minutes left here. What were the NFL results this week?
All right, this week in football predictions, let's just go over college first. I was 10-8. Kenny was 10-8, and Jason did pull a 12-6.
That's unbelievable.
He did. So that should have been at least one parlay.
I guess he didn't parlay on anything.
Yeah. In the NFL, Kenny was 8-8.
Yeah, because I don't know what I did in NFL this week.
You were 8-8. You actually in decent shape until the afternoon games. We all blew the
Afternoon games killed
In
us.
fact, I was 0 for the afternoon game.
Oh, for the afternoon.
The late afternoon games.
All right.
So Kenny was 8-8. I was 9-7, and Jason was 9-7.
So I lost another game.
If you'd gone with your brain and not your heart, in Tennessee,
you'd
have actually been 9-7.
Shit happens.
But you had to go for Miami, and
did I go for Miami?
You picked Miami.
I thought I picked Tennessee to try to put the whammy on them.
No.
Now, did you get my change of the Bills game? Or
yes,
not,
I did.
All right. Apparently, I needed it.
And that
apparently I needed
win for you.
And
big win for you.
And what was
big upsets? And can you believe the Washington Redskins or Washington Commanders?
I tell you what, it's
3-1.
Time to get on that wagon, because those motherfuckers are their quarterback's doing a good job. He's an LSU boy.
Yeah,
and he goes in there and just puts a whooping on the Bengals. And I tell you what, when they play Dallas, I don't give a fuck where it's at. I'm have Tennessee. It might be hard for me not to pick them. Those some of it's just playing some good ball.
Much improved team.
They were pretty much the laughing stock just a few weeks ago, and now the season started.
Since we won't be on Thursday night, we usually do our shows on Fridays.
Yeah, it'll be a Friday night 10 o'clock show. So we won't be on Thursday.
Game coming up is,
what we got Thursday?
Sorry, this next week's Thursday night game is Tampa at Atlanta, and Atlanta is a 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, you took Tampa the last time, and I don't think I did I?
No, but I am taking them again.
I tell you what, Faker Gayfield is lighting it up. So I think I'm going to go with Tampa as well.
All right, Jason will pick Atlanta just because that's how he is.
That's just how he is. All right.
Yeah. And
all right.
Well, it depends. If they're
real quickly, because I didn't get it done at the top of the show, shout out to our sponsors, Bear Nose Pizza, who I might be seeing this weekend. There's a possibility of it. Carrabba's Bar and Grill, I need to get back over there. Haven't been there in a while. Popeye's Fried Chicken, I haven't been there in a few weeks. I'll be going again soon. Don't know when. The Fish House, haven't been there in quite a while. I'll be going again soon. Two Rivers Restaurant, there is an outside possibility we could go this weekend. If not this weekend, it'd be next weekend. Main Event, haven't been there in quite some time. We'll go again eventually. And my good friends at McDonald's, which I am going to see real soon because I've got a special deal down there on double Big Macs. By the way, I know my son hates for me to mention his name on the show, and I won't mention his name. But my son, I did not know this, yesterday had his first ever double Big Mac yesterday. And said, it ain't too bad. No, not double Big Mac, double not Whopper, that's somewhere else. Double quarter pounder, and he had a thing in the app. He had a thing in the app for a free quarter pounder, and you could add a bonus patty to it for $2. So for $2, he got a double quarter, which are $6-7 these days. So and he said, it wasn't too bad. And I said, I cannot believe that you are the age you are, and that is the first ever double quarter pounder you've ever had. The best double quarter pounder I ever had, for whatever reason, was made in Carrollton, Kentucky, opening day of the Cincinnati Reds back when Kevin Mitchell played there. The reason I remember it, we had seats in the red seats. The game goes extra innings. We moved down to the blue seats because a lot of fans had left for whatever reason, not thinking the Reds would come back. They came back, tied the game, goes extra innings, and Kevin Mitchell hits a home run into the red seats right about where me and Chris and Kevin Thieneman were sitting. So that's twice I moved from a seat, and I've gotten I've got a Kevin Mitchell ball. I got a Barry Bonds home run ball, a pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. I can't think of his name. Deanna Kane would remember. He was a big star pitcher for the Phillies. Threw a ball to Deanna Kane, but Deanna Kane shied from it because she wasn't sure she could catch baseball. So I caught the baseball out in dead center field. He recognized Deanna from the gentlemen's clubs. Go figure. And so he sees Deanna. He can't believe Deanna Kane is at the Reds-Phillies game. But Deanna said, oh, my God, they're playing the Phillies. Let's go see that game. So we did, and we had good seats in the blue seats. But we hung out at center field trying to catch home runs during batting practice. We didn't get any home runs during batting practice, but this pitcher for the Phillies, can you name the 1997 roster for the Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff? And when I hear the name, I will know who threw us the ball. And
sure, I can just name those guys off the top of my head.
Well, no, I wasn't asking you to do that. I was asking you to look up the 1997 pitching roster for the Philadelphia Phillies. And he was with them for several years.
1997 Philadelphia Phillies roster. According to Baseball Almanac,
All right, that should be good.
Pitchers were Matt Beach.
Wasn't him.
Ron Blazier.
Nope.
Ricky Bottalico.
Nope.
Or Bottalico. Billy Brewer.
Nope.
Wayne Gomez.
Nope.
Mike Grace.
Nope.
Tyler Green.
Nope.
Reggie Harris.
Nope.
Ryan Karp.
Nope.
Mark Leiter.
Nope.
Calvin Maduro.
Nope.
Mike Mims.
Nope.
Bobby Munoz.
We're running out of pitchers. Nope.
Ryan Nye. There's quite a few left.
Nope.
Ryan Nye.
Nope.
Science guy. Eric Plantenberg.
Nope.
Mark Portugal.
Nope. I remember him though.
Edgar Ramos.
Nope.
Scott Ruffcorn.
Nope.
Ken Ryan.
Nope.
Better not have been this guy. Kurt Schilling.
No, it was not Kurt Schilling. I'd have kept that ball.
Jerry Spradlin.
Nope.
Garrett Stevenson.
No.
Darren Winston.
I tried the 1998 roster. Maybe she cares because March of 97 is when I went to visit her in Philadelphia to do those shows. Try the 1998 roster.
Matt Beach.
Okay.
Toby Borland.
Okay.
Ricky Bottalico.
Yeah, you can just mention names that you didn't mention before.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Paul Bird.
I think it was Paul Bird.
Yeah.
Keep naming.
Robert Dodd.
No.
Mike Grace.
No.
Carlton Lure.
No.
Yorkis Perez.
Nope.
Jerry Spradlin.
Nope.
Mike Welch.
Nope.
Matt Whiteside, former Ranger great.
Nope.
And that was it for new people. So let's
just
it
was Paul Bird. Yeah, it was Paul Bird. I was going because I knew it was a name I should remember.
Paul Bird, 6'1", 185 pounds, bats right, throws right.
Had apparently loved Deanna Kane at the strip club.
14 years, appeared in 345.
Yeah, I knew he was with the Phillies for a while. Was he with them all 14 years?
No, he was with
I
the
didn't think
Phillies
so.
for just a couple, 3 years.
Yeah, Paul Bird is who threw us the ball.
Spent most of his career probably with the Indians the longest, but
not Mark the Bird Fidrich, but Paul Bird is who threw us
that's
the ball.
right. 109 and 96 with a 4.41 career ERA.
Just out of curiosity, go through the 1995 roster. I'm sorry, 96. I had you look up 97.
Yeah,
just
so
out of curiosity, look up 96.
Matt Beach, Ron Blazier, Toby Borland, Ricky Bottalico, Carlos Crawford, Glenn Dishman, Sid Fernandez. That's a big name.
He
Fry.
Wasn't him though.
Mike Grace, Bronson Heflin. That sounds like a wrestler name.
Sounds
Rich Hunter. No, that's a wrestler's name.
Yeah.
Ricardo Jordan, Dave Leeper, Calvin Maduro, Mike Mims, Larry Mitchell, Terry Mulholland.
Yeah, good pitcher. Wasn't him, though.
Bobby Munoz, Jeff Parrott, Rafael Quirico, Kenny Ryan, Kurt Schilling, Russ Springer, David West.
That wasn't David West.
And Mike Williams.
It was Paul Bird. Okay. That covers 3 years there.
Yeah, it was Paul Bird.
Those are the only years possible that we were there, so it was Paul Bird.
It was Paul Bird.
He recognized Deanna. Spots are in the crowd. We're in dead center field in the blue seats. And hey, Deanna, here. He throws the ball up, and Deanna shouts away from him. So I lean over the blue seats over the field to catch the ball. That's for Deanna. So I hand it to Deanna, and then she says, "I don't want this ball. You can have it." So it's around here somewhere.
At least hold it up and go like this, and then hand it to you.
Yeah. So it's around here somewhere, along with a Kevin Mitchell home run ball, the Barry Bonds ball, and Timmy John actually caught a foul ball. And somebody for the Oakland A's had played for the Louisville Bat. I can't remember his name, but the ball came. I reached up for it. It went over my head. Timmy John was 2 or 3 seats down from me during batting practice, and he caught the foul ball during batting practice. And one of the Oakland A's was out there, and I yelled his name. Hey, you were an ass kicker with the bats. And he come, you remember me from the bats? So he come over and talked to us. I can't remember his damn name. But he was with the Oakland A's. God, I don't remember what year we went that Timmy John would have went with us. It was back probably during the Eddie Taubensee days, whenever Eddie Taubensee was with the Reds. But whoever was with Oakland played for the Louisville Bats. I remembered him. and yelled his name, and he just could not believe I knew he played for the Bats. And he come over, oh man, yeah, I used to go to the Bats games all the time. You see you out there, and was just real nice. And the Reds were playing the Oakland A's that day. So it was apparently not long after interleague play had started. Probably hadn't been going on long for me and Timmy John to be at the game, and me in good enough health to walk a mile to the ballpark and go up and down all the different levels of Riverfront Stadium. So, but yeah, Timmy John actually got a foul ball that day. I don't know if he still has it or not, and I don't remember who hit it, but it bounced on the turf, flew in, and I reached up to grab it, went over my hand, looked behind me, fucking Timmy John caught it with one hand. So pretty good play for old Timmy John there. Oh, and meow. And none of the foul balls I caught, I had a glove. And the home run ball by Barry Bonds or the home run ball by Kevin Mitchell, never had a glove. I had to bare hand those fuckers, and then of course fight the guy for it in left field on the Barry Bonds ball. And it was in the 680s. I just don't remember. I think it was home run 688. If I'd have to track it, but I think it was in the 680s, maybe even the 670s. But he was up there. He was up there, and never got him to autograph it. They said he probably wouldn't have come out. No way. That he could just be a dick. And when I went to the Bats game to meet Deion Sanders wouldn't come out and meet nobody. And Dave Miley tried to get him to do it. You know, Miley was managing the Reds then, or the River Bats then. And I went to the game and thought Deion would come out and say, hey, but no, he wouldn't come out and speak to nobody. I don't think he did much with the press that night. I think he was disgusted that he had to go to AAA ball for a tune-up to go play for the Reds. So that could have been it. All right, guys, it's 8:39, and I don't think another donation came in. So
no.
All righty.
Becky was TC from the NC was the last.
Yeah, we tried. So, George, Bob has said by the end of the year he will, and that's not that much further. October, November, and then December. So he might be making installments. We're not sure.
Might be Canadian money.
Well, God,
450 pesos.
Way to fuck me again. All righty. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up now. Get ready for the debate. I have not had my dinner yet. Meow Meow's in here wanting some cottage cheese, and I'm sure the doggies need to go out. We actually picked up 7 viewers.
So here we go. Here's a nice little thumbnail for us to go out on.
There we go. Yeah, the late, great Pete Rose, the greatest hitter that ever lived.
We did say.
Good day.